Hello everyone, my name is Rudelania de la Cruz, and in this video I will make a quick analysis about the book The Match Girl. This book was written by Hans Christian Andersen. He was a Danish author. He was born on April 2nd, 1905. He was known worldwide because of his famous books such as The Princess and the Pea, The Nightingale, The Mermaid, etc. He died on August 4th, 1875, in the same country that he was born, that was Denmark. The setting in this story that Andersen wrote was a little town in Christmas Eve in a winter evening. The tone in this story is like really sad. The author mentions some words that tells us that this story is really sad, such as darkness, barefoot, cold, poor. All of those words tells us that it's a really sad story. The story doesn't mention exactly the town, the country where this happened, but I can speculate that maybe it happens in Denmark because the author is from Denmark. But we're not sure because it doesn't mention exactly the name of the country. Was in a little town in Christmas Eve. The background in this story, I think that is poverty and selfishness, because the little girl is facing all of these problems because of poverty. She has needs, so she needs to help her family with the problem they had. So, and selfishness, because around the town we had a lot of people that had money and food and could help this little girl, and they didn't. So I think that behind this story, like poverty and selfishness are like the clue to find why this story is like really sad. The narrator always tells this story in third person because he's like telling us the story about this little girl, and the narrator is not inside the book, so that means it's in third person, always in third person. The character in this book is like a beautiful girl. I can say that she was really brave and strong. She had like curly hair, and she was very beautiful. I can say that she was brave and strong because like selling matches in a winter evening and in Christmas Eve for this little girl tells me that she was really brave, but because not everybody could like take this decision just to help their family. So, to summarize this story, this was like about a little girl that goes out in a Christmas Eve to sell some matches so she could help her family that didn't have money or food to eat that Christmas Eve. First, when she goes out, she had like slippers. She was wearing some slippers, and in a carriage, she lost the slippers. A boy took them, and she had to stay barefoot. Then she goes around the town. She didn't sell any matches, didn't find any penny, so she was really 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 cold. She didn't want to go back to her house because she didn't find anything, and she thought that maybe her parents will be like really really sad and angry. So she goes to a corner in the middle of two houses so she could get hotter. Since she didn't sell any of the matches, she decided to use them so she could get hotter. First, she used a match, and she imagined that there was a stove where she could get like hotter. With the second match, she saw like a table with a lot of food that she could eat. With the third match, she saw that she was on a Christmas tree, under a Christmas tree, sharing with families. And with the fourth match, she saw her grandmother that had died at that time. Her grandmother was a lovely woman, and this little girl loved her a lot. So she got really excited when she saw her grandmother. So she used all of the matches so she could keep seeing her grandmother, and seeing her and seeing her and seeing her. And at last she decided like to go to heaven with her grandmother, so she wouldn't have to face all of these problems that she was facing here. So at the end, the little girl died and went to heaven with her grandmother. Well, the moral of this story, I can say that reading this story, we could see that poverty is a problem in our life. And actually, selfishness is a problem in our life. Because some people around, they can help us when we have like a problem, when we are facing a difficult situation. But what happened here? In this world, we have like little people that want to help. So it's not mandatory for others to help, of course. But if they like decide to help others, like life will be easier for those that are facing difficult situations. So by saying this, I can say that we need love in our heart. We need love in our heart because in here in the world, if we see others that need help and we can help, if we have like love in our heart, as the Bible says, we will help others just by seeing them, not necessarily for others to ask us for help. If we see that those people need help and actually they ask for help, we should help them because of the Bible, and because today we're good, we have good life, but tomorrow we don't know what could happen, and we don't know who could help us in the future. So this is the moral of this story. Poverty sometimes is a real problem in our lives because we have to face difficult situation, and selfishness is not good because we could help others, and by being selfish we like close the doors to others that need help. And finally, to rate this story, I will give like 5 stars because actually I got really excited reading this book. It helped me a lot actually because I was facing like something similar to this, so it helped me a lot. It was the best book that I could choose from the list. So I will give 5 stars to this story. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you for watching my whole video. If you get until here, thank you and goodbye.